Good morning to all. Dear student, today I am going to start our biology class. This is chapter 7. Today in this chapter we'll learn about the endocrine system and the glands which are present in the endocrine system. Okay? So before watching the video, please be ready with your books. This image is showing the endocrine system and the glands which are present in the endocrine system. The endocrine system is made up of glands that produce and secrete hormones, chemical substance produced in the body that regulate the activity of cells or organs. These hormones regulate the body's growth, metabolism, and sexual development and function. The hormones are released into the bloodstream and may affect one or several organs throughout the body. What are hormones? Hormones are chemical messengers created by the body. They transfer information from one set of cells to another to coordinate the function of different parts of the body. The major glands of the endocrine system are the hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenal, penile body, and the reproductive organs. The pancreas is also a part of this system. It has a role in the hormone production as well as in the digestion. So pancreas is also an endocrine gland which are present in our body, but pancreas have a two role, that is pancreas will produce the hormone plus pancreas used in the helpful in the digestion of the food also. So hormone is what? It is a chemical messenger which are created in our body, and that chemical messenger is used to transfer the information from one part of the body to the another part of the body. Okay. The endocrine system is regulated by feedback in much the same way that a thermostat regulates the temperature in a room. For the hormones that are regulated by pituitary gland, a signal is sent from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland in the form of a releasing hormone, which stimulates the pituitary to secrete a stimulating hormone into the circulation. The stimulating hormone then signals the target gland to secrete its hormone. As the level of this hormone rises in the circulation, the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland shut down secretion of the releasing hormone and the stimulating hormone, which in turn slows the secretion by the target gland. This system results in stable blood concentration of the hormones that are regulated by the pituitary gland. So endocrine system, all activities of the endocrine system is regulated by the pituitary gland which are present in our brain, and the hypothalamus gland is there through which the hormones are released, and that hormones transfer to other target organ where they will again release some hormone, and like this they will send the signals or they will send the information from one part of the body to the another part. What is hypothalamus? The hypothalamus is located in the lower central part of the brain. Hypothalamus is present in the lower down central part, middle part of the brain. This part of the brain is important in regulation of satiety, metabolism, and body temperature. In addition, it secretes hormones that stimulate or suppress the release of hormone in the pituitary gland. Many of these hormones are releasing hormones, which are secreted into an artery that carries them directly to the pituitary gland. In the pituitary gland, these releasing hormones signal secretion of stimulating hormones. The hypothalamus also secretes a hormone called somatostatin, which causes the pituitary gland to stop the release of growth hormone. Next one, pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is located at the base of the brain beneath the hypothalamus and is no larger than a pea. It is often considered the most important part of the endocrine system because it produces hormones that control many functions of other endocrine system. So a pituitary gland is a very small gland which are present in our brain, and it is like a pea size. A pea size gland is there in our brain, that is called the pituitary gland. But this gland is very important because it creates all the other endocrine system or endocrine glands, control all the other endocrine glands. When the pituitary gland does not produce one or more of its hormones or not enough of them, it is called hypopituitarism. So if the pituitary gland is not producing any hormone or one or two hormones which are not enough for carrying the masses, then we can say it is a hypopituitarism. Hypopituitarism. The pituitary gland is divided into two parts, the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. The anterior lobe produces the following hormones which are regulated by the hypothalamus. So pituitary glands are divided into two parts. One is the anterior lobes and another one is the posterior lobes. And the anterior lobes produce some hormones which are regulated by hypothalamus. That hormones are regulated by the hypothalamus. Growth hormone. So anterior lobe of the pituitary gland produces a growth hormone. Stimulates the growth of bones and tissues. Growth hormones deficiency result in growth failure. Growth hormone deficiency in adults result in problem in maintaining proper amount of body fats and muscle and bone mass. It is also involved in emotional well-being. So growth hormones which can stimulate the growth of the bones and tissues, and if growth hormones is less or deficiency of the growth hormones result in growth failure. So growth hormone deficiency in adult result in problem in maintaining proper amount of body fats and muscles and bone mass. Okay, so it is also involved in a emotional well-being also. Next one is thyroid stimulating hormone, THS. Stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones. A lack of thyroid hormones either because of a defect in the pituitary or the thyroid itself is called hypothyroidism. So thyroid glands, it is stimulating the thyroid glands which produce the thyroid hormones. If the lack of thyroid hormones will be lack, then it will be caused a hypothyroidism. Adrenocorticotropic hormones, ACTH, stimulates the adrenal glands to produce several related steroid hormones. Luteinizing hormones and follicle stimulating hormones, hormones that control sexual functions and production of the sex steroids, estrogens and progesterone in females or testosterone in males. Prolactin, hormones that stimulates milk production in females. The posterior lobe produces the following hormones which are not regulated by the hypothalamus. Antidiuretic hormone vasopressin controls water loss by the kidney. Oxytocin contracts the uterus during childbirth and stimulates milk production. The hormones secreted by the posterior pituitary are actually produced in the brain and carried to the pituitary gland through nerves. They are stored in the pituitary gland. Next one is the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is located in the lower front part of the neck. It produces thyroid hormone that regulates the body's metabolism. It also plays a role in the bone growth and development of the brain and nervous system in children. The pituitary gland controls the release of thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones also help maintaining normal blood pressure, heart rate, digestion, muscle tone, and reproductive functions. Parathyroid glands. The parathyroid glands are two pairs of small glands embedded in the surface of the thyroid gland. One pair on each side. They release parathyroid hormone, which plays a role in regulating calcium level in the blood and bone metabolism. Adrenal gland. The two adrenal glands are triangular shaped glands located on the top of each kidney. The adrenal glands are made up of two parts. The outer part is called the adrenal cortex and the inner part is called the adrenal medulla. The outer part produces hormones called corticosteroids, which regulates the body's metabolism, the balance of salt and water in the body, the immune system and sexual function. The inner part or adrenal medulla produces hormone called catecholamine, for example adrenaline. This hormone helps the body cope with physical and emotional stress by increasing the heart rate and blood pressure. Penile body. The penile body or pineal gland is located in the middle of the brain. It secretes a hormone called melatonin, which may help regulate the wake-sleep cycle of the body. Reproductive glands. The reproductive glands are the main source of sex hormones. In males, the testes located in the scrotum secretes hormones called androgens, the most important of which is testosterone. These hormones affect many male characteristics, for example, sexual development, growth of facial hair and pubic hair, as well as sperm production. In females, the ovaries located on both sides of the uterus produce estrogens and progesterones, as well as eggs. These hormones control the development of female characteristics, for example, breast growth, and they are also involved in reproductive functions, for example, menstruation, pregnancy. Pancreas. The pancreas is an elongated organ located towards the back of the abdomen behind the stomach. The pancreas has digestive and hormonal function. One part of the pancreas, the exocrine pancreas, secretes digestive enzymes. The other part of the pancreas, the endocrine pancreas, secretes hormones called insulin and glucagon. These hormones regulate the level of glucose in the blood. So, dear student, this is all for today's class. In the next class, we will write some question answers. Okay, and here are some home assignment questions for you. Write down the answers of the following questions and send me in the Google Classroom or in the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.